Human motivation is the driving force behind every action we take, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. At its core, motivation is a complex interplay of psychological, emotional, and physiological factors that push us to pursue our goals, overcome challenges, and ultimately achieve success. To understand human motivation, we must delve into what makes us tick, what stirs us from within, and what compels us to move forward, even in the face of adversity. Every person is motivated by a unique combination of factors that influence their behavior. These factors stem from basic human needs, desires, and aspirations that are deeply embedded in our psyche. Some of these needs are fundamental, such as the need for survival, security, and belonging. Others are more aspirational, such as the need for self-actualization, achievement, and fulfillment. Our motivations are shaped by a myriad of experiences, from our upbringing and environment to our personal beliefs and values. At the most basic level, motivation can be understood as the desire to fulfill our needs. According to psychological theories like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, our actions are driven by the need to satisfy different levels of these needs, starting with the most basic physiological requirements, such as food and shelter, and moving up to more complex psychological zones like love, esteem, and self-actualization. As we satisfy one level of need, we are naturally motivated to pursue the next, creating a continuous cycle of growth and achievement. But it's not just about satisfying needs, it's also about the emotions and desires that fuel our actions. Emotions like passion, curiosity, and ambition are powerful motivators that can propel us toward our goals. These emotions are often sparked by a sense of purpose or a vision of what we want to achieve. When we have a clear vision of our goals and a strong emotional connection to them, our motivation is amplified and we become unstoppable. The human brain is wired to seek out pleasure and avoid pain, which plays a crucial role in motivation. We are naturally motivated to pursue activities that bring us joy, satisfaction, and a sense of accomplishment while avoiding those that cause discomfort, fear, or anxiety. This is why setting meaningful goals that align with our passions and values is so important. When our goals resonate with us on an emotional level, the pursuit of these goals becomes a source of pleasure rather than a chore, and we are more likely to stay motivated and over the counter. However, motivation is not a constant state. It fluctuates based on various internal and external factors. Our energy levels, mental state, and the environment around us all influence our motivation. There are times when we feel highly motivated, ready to tackle any challenge that comes our way, and other times when motivation wanes and we struggle to find the drive to move forward. Understanding these fluctuations and learning how to manage them is key to maintaining consistent motivation. Moreover, our motivations are often shaped by the beliefs and expectations we hold about ourselves and the world around us. These beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, can significantly impact our motivation. For example, if we believe that we are capable of achieving great things, we are more likely to be motivated to pursue ambitious goals. On the other hand, if we doubt our abilities or fear failure, our motivation may be stifled and we may hold back from taking risks or pursuing our dreams. In the end, understanding the core of human motivation is about recognizing that it is a dynamic and multifaceted force that is deeply rooted in our psychology. It is the fuel that drives us to reach our full potential, and by understanding what motivates us at our core, we can harness this power to achieve extraordinary results in every aspect of our lives. When we talk about motivation, it's crucial to recognize that not all motivation is created equal. The forces that drive us to take action can be broadly categorized into two types: intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Understanding the distinction between these two can provide deep insights into why we do what we do and how to harness each type to maximize our potential. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's the internal drive to engage in an activity because it is inherently rewarding, fulfilling, or satisfying. When you are intrinsically motivated, the activity itself is the reward. You do something not because you expect a tangible reward or fear of consequence, but because you find joy, purpose, or meaning in the action itself. This type of motivation is often linked to personal passions, interests, and values. For example, an artist might paint not for the sake of selling their work, but because the act of painting brings them deep satisfaction and allows them to express their creativity. A scientist might conduct research driven by a pure curiosity to discover new knowledge, regardless of whether it leads to fame or financial gain. Intrinsic motivation is powerful because it is self-sustaining. When you are driven by intrinsic factors, you are more likely to persevere through challenges, remain engaged, and achieve a state of flow, a mental state where you are fully immersed in an activity, losing track of time and external distractions. This kind of motivation is often associated with higher levels of creativity, satisfaction, and overall well-being. It's about aligning your actions with who you are at your core and what you truly value. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation comes from external sources. It is the drive to perform an activity not because you find it inherently enjoyable or fulfilling, but because you expect a reward or want to avoid a punishment. Extrinsic motivators are often tangible rewards such as money, grades, awards, or praise. They can also be intangible such as social approval, recognition, or fear of disapproval or failure. For instance, someone might work long hours at a job they don't particularly enjoy because they want to earn a promotion or a bonus. The student might study hard not out of a love for the subject, but to achieve high grades and accolades. While extrinsic motivation can be effective in driving behavior, especially in the short term, it has its limitations. Relying too heavily on external rewards can sometimes undermine intrinsic motivation. When people start doing something primarily for the reward, they may lose interest in the activity itself. For example, If a child who loves drawing is consistently rewarded with prizes for their artwork, they might start focusing more on winning prizes than on the joy of creating art. Over time, this can diminish their intrinsic love for the activity. However, extrinsic motivation is not inherently bad. It can be a powerful tool when used correctly, especially when intrinsic motivation is lacking or when the task at hand is not inherently enjoyable. For example, in situations where people need to perform tasks that are necessary but not particularly interesting, extrinsic rewards can provide the push needed to get started. Additionally, extrinsic motivators can sometimes spark initial interest in an activity, which can then lead to the development of intrinsic motivation over time. A person might start exercising to lose weight, an extrinsic motivator, but eventually come to enjoy the process of working out and the way it makes them feel, an intrinsic motivator. The key to effective motivation lies in understanding the balance between intrinsic and extrinsic factors. While intrinsic motivation often leads to more sustainable and fulfilling engagement, extrinsic motivation can be strategically used to complement it, particularly in contexts where external incentives align with personal goals and values. The synergy between these two types of motivation can create a powerful engine for personal growth, achievement, and long-term success. Purpose is a fundamental force that shapes our lives and fuels our actions. It's the underlying reason that drives us to get out of bed in the morning, pursue our dreams, and overcome obstacles that stand in our way. When we have a clear and compelling purpose, it becomes the guiding star that directs our choices, behaviors, and efforts towards something meaningful and significant. It gives our lives direction, turning our goals into more than just aspirations. They become a mission. Purpose is more than just a goal or a desire. It's a deep-rooted sense of meaning that aligns with our values and who we are at our core. It is the reason behind the why, the answer to what we truly want to accomplish, and the impact we want to have on the world. When our actions are aligned with our purpose, they are charged with a sense of significance that propels us forward, even when the road is tough. This alignment creates a powerful synergy where our passions, talents, and values come together, driving us to achieve what might otherwise seem impossible. A strong sense of purpose transforms how we approach challenges and setbacks. When you are connected to your purpose, obstacles are no longer seen as insurmountable barriers, but as challenges to be overcome. Purpose instills in us the resilience and perseverance needed to push through difficulties, because the end goal is not just about personal gain, but about fulfilling a deeper calling. This deeper calling provides the motivation to keep going when others might give up, to find solutions when none seem available, and to maintain hope and optimism even in the face of adversity. Purpose also has a unique way of expanding our capacity for growth and development. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and take risks that we might otherwise avoid. When we are purpose-driven, we are more willing to embrace change, learn new skills, and develop the resilience needed to navigate the complexities of life. The drive to fulfill our purpose can push us to reach levels of excellence we never thought possible, as we are continually motivated to improve ourselves in service of our mission. Moreover, purpose has a unifying effect, bringing clarity and focus to our lives. In a world full of distractions and competing demands, having a clear purpose helps us to prioritize our actions and decisions. It cuts through the noise, allowing us to focus on what truly matters and what will bring us closer to achieving our long-term vision. This clarity of purpose reduces the mental clutter and stress that often accompany a lack of direction, giving us a sense of peace and confidence in the path we are peace. When we live with purpose, we also inspire and influence those around us. Purpose-driven individuals often radiate a sense of passion and conviction that is contagious. Their commitment to their mission can inspire others to find their own sense of purpose and to pursue their own goals with renewed energy and determination. This ripple effect can create positive change, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of others, as purpose-driven action often leads to contributions that extend beyond personal success and into the broader community. The power of purpose lies in its ability to connect us with something greater than ourselves. It transcends the mundane and elevates our lives, giving us a reason to strive for more and to be more. Purpose is what turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements, and it is the driving force behind the most fulfilling and impactful lives. When we are connected to our purpose, we unlock a source of motivation that is unwavering, unshakable, and enduring, guiding us toward a life of meaning, fulfillment, and lasting success. Belief systems are the mental frameworks through which we interpret the world, ourselves, and our potential. They are deeply ingrained perceptions that shape our reality, influencing how we think, feel, and act in every situation. These beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, serve as the foundation upon which our motivation is built. They can either propel us towards success or hold us back from realizing our true potential. At the core of our belief systems are the convictions we hold about what is possible for us. These beliefs are often formed early in life, shaped by our experiences, upbringing, and the messages we receive from those around us, family, teachers, peers, and society. Over time, these beliefs become so deeply rooted in our subconscious that we may not even be aware of them, yet they play a crucial role in guiding our actions and decisions. When our belief systems are empowering, they act as a catalyst for motivation. Beliefs such as I am capable, I deserve success, and I can overcome any challenge create a positive mindset that fuels our drive to achieve our goals. These beliefs instill confidence, courage, and resilience, making us more likely to take risks, embrace opportunities, and persist in the face of adversity. With empowering beliefs, setbacks are seen not as failures, but as learning experiences that bring us closer to our objectives. We are motivated to keep moving forward because we believe in our ability to succeed. On the other hand, limiting beliefs can be a major obstacle to motivation. Beliefs such as "I'm not good enough," "successes for others," "not me," or "I always fail" can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where we unconsciously sabotage our own efforts because we don't truly believe in our capacity to succeed. These limiting beliefs breed fear, doubt, and hesitation, causing us to hold back from taking the necessary actions to achieve our goals. We may avoid challenges, give up too easily, or settle for less than what we truly desire, all because our belief systems tell us that we are not capable of more. The power of belief systems lies in their ability to shape our perception of reality. If we believe something is possible, we are more likely to find ways to make it happen. Conversely, if we believe something is out of reach, we may never even attempt to achieve it, regardless of our actual potential. This is why it's essential to examine and, if necessary, reprogram our belief systems to align with our goals and aspirations. By consciously choosing to adopt empowering beliefs, we can shift our mindset and unlock greater levels of motivation and achievement. Belief systems also influence how we perceive challenges and obstacles. With empowering beliefs, challenges are viewed as opportunities for growth and development. We are more likely to see setbacks as temporary and solvable, and this perspective keeps our motivation high even when things get tough. On the other hand, with limiting beliefs, challenges can seem insurmountable, leading to feelings of helplessness and discouragement. In this state, motivation can quickly dwindle and we may give up on our goals altogether. Moreover, our belief systems affect not only our own motivation, but also the way we interact with others. If we believe in our worth and potential, we are more likely to set boundaries, assert ourselves, and seek out relationships that support our growth. Conversely, if we hold limiting beliefs about our value, we may tolerate situations and relationships that drain our energy and diminish our motivation. Empowering beliefs enable us to create environments that are conducive to our success, while limiting beliefs can trap us in circumstances that hold us back. Changing belief systems is not always easy, as they are often deeply ingrained and reinforced over many years. However, it is possible through intentional effort, self-reflection, and consistent practice. By challenging and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, we can transform our mindset and, in turn, our motivation. This process requires a willingness to question the validity of our beliefs, to seek out new perspectives, and to embrace the idea that we are capable of more than we may have previously believed. Ultimately, our belief systems play a pivotal role in shaping our motivation and, consequently, our success. By cultivating beliefs that support our goals and aspirations, we create a mental environment that encourages persistence, resilience, and growth. With the right belief systems in place, we can harness our full potential and achieve the extraordinary results we desire in our lives. Mental barriers are the invisible chains that hold us back from reaching our full potential. They are the internal obstacles such as fear, doubt, procrastination, and negative self-talk that can paralyze our progress and drain our motivation. These barriers exist in our minds, yet the impact is profound, shaping our actions, decisions, and ultimately our success. Overcoming mental barriers is crucial for unlocking the drive and determination needed to achieve our goals. One of the most common mental barriers is fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. Fear is a natural human response, often rooted in our instinct for self-preservation. However, when fear becomes overwhelming, it can prevent us from taking the risks necessary for growth and achievement. It convinces us to stay in our comfort zones, avoiding challenges and opportunities that could lead to success. To overcome fear, we must first acknowledge it and understand that it is a normal part of the journey toward any worthwhile goal. Instead of letting fear dictate our actions, we can reframe it as a signal that we are stepping into new territory and challenging ourselves to grow. By confronting fear head-on and pushing through it, we build courage and resilience, which in turn strengthens our motivation. Doubt is another significant mental barrier that can undermine our motivation. Self-doubt often manifests as an inner voice questioning our abilities, qualifications, or worthiness. It whispers that we're not good enough, that we'll never succeed, or that others are more capable than we are. This doubt can sap our confidence and cause us to hesitate or second-guess ourselves, leading to inaction. Overcoming self-doubt requires a shift in mindset. We must recognize that everyone experiences doubt at times, but it does not define our potential. By focusing on our strengths, past successes, and the progress we've made, we can build the self-confidence needed to silence doubt and move forward with determination. Procrastination is another mental barrier that often stems from fear and doubt. When we procrastinate, we delay taking action, usually because we are overwhelmed by the task at hand or uncertain about where to begin. Procrastination can create a cycle of stress and guilt, further diminishing our motivation. To overcome procrastination, it's essential to break tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. By taking action, even in small increments, we can build momentum and reduce the overwhelming feelings that lead to delay. Additionally, setting clear deadlines and holding ourselves accountable can help us stay on track and maintain our motivation. Negative self-talk is a pervasive mental barrier that can be incredibly destructive to our motivation. The thoughts we entertain about ourselves have a powerful influence on our behavior. When we engage in negative self-talk, we reinforce limiting beliefs and create a self-sabotaging mindset. Phrases like "I can't do this," "I'm not smart enough," or "I always mess up" can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading us to act in ways that confirm these beliefs. Overcoming negative self-talk requires us to become aware of the thoughts we are feeding ourselves and to challenge them. By replacing negative statements with positive affirmations and focusing on what we can do rather than what we can't, we can rewire our brains to support our goals rather than hinder them. Another mental barrier is perfectionism, which can cause us to set unrealistic standards for ourselves and others. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination as we delay action in the pursuit of an unattainable ideal. It can also cause us to be overly critical of our efforts, diminishing our satisfaction with our accomplishments and eroding our motivation to continue. To overcome perfectionism, it's important to adopt a mindset of progress over perfection. Recognizing that mistakes and imperfections are part of the learning process allows us to take action without the paralyzing fear of not being perfect. By focusing on improvement and growth rather than perfection, we can maintain our motivation and move forward with greater ease and confidence. Mental barriers can also manifest as limiting beliefs about what is possible. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or societal conditioning, leading us to place unnecessary limits on our potential. For example, we might believe that success is only attainable for certain types of people or that we must follow a specific path to achieve our goals. These limiting beliefs can trap us in a narrow mindset, preventing us from exploring new opportunities or thinking creatively about solutions. To overcome these barriers, we need to challenge and expand our beliefs about what is possible. By surrounding ourselves with positive influences, seeking out new perspectives, and daring to dream bigger, we can break free from limiting beliefs and unlock our true potential. Overcoming mental barriers is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process of self-awareness, mindset shifts, and intentional action. By recognizing and addressing the fears, doubts, and negative thoughts that hold us back, we can reclaim our motivation and drive. As we push through these barriers, we build mental strength and resilience, equipping ourselves to tackle even greater challenges in the future. In doing so, we create a foundation for sustained motivation and a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. The science of habit formation is a powerful and fascinating field that delves into how our behaviors are shaped and solidified over time. Habits are the routines and actions we perform almost automatically without needing to think about them. These behaviors are deeply embedded in our daily lives, from the way we brush our teeth in the morning to the route we take to work. Understanding how habits are formed and how we can consciously shape them is crucial for anyone looking to boost motivation, enhance productivity, and achieve long-term success. Habits are formed through a process known as the habit loop, which consists of three main components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is a trigger that signals your brain to initiate a specific behavior. It could be a time of day, an emotional state, or a specific location. For example, feeling stressed might cue the habit of reaching for a snack. The routine is the behavior itself, the action you take in response to the cue. This could be anything from going for a run to checking your phone. Finally, the reward is the positive reinforcement that your brain receives after completing the routine. This could be a sense of satisfaction, relief, or pleasure. Over time, the brain begins to associate the cue with the routine and the reward, making the behavior automatic. The repetition of this loop is what solidifies habits. When you perform a behavior repeatedly in response to the same cue and receive the same reward, your brain starts to anticipate the reward as soon as the cue is present. This anticipation is what drives the habit, making it more likely that you will engage in the behavior without even thinking about it. This automaticity is what makes habits so powerful. They free up mental energy and allow us to perform tasks efficiently without needing to consciously decide to do them each time. However, the very nature of habits, their automaticity, can also make them difficult to change, especially when they are deeply ingrained or involve negative behaviors. Breaking a bad habit requires disrupting the habit loop, which means identifying the cues and rewards that drive the unwanted behavior and consciously replacing the routine with a more positive action. This process takes time and effort as it involves reprogramming the brain's responses to certain triggers. Creating new habits follows a similar process, but requires a deliberate effort to establish a new routine that is consistently triggered by a specific cue and reinforced by a meaningful reward. One of the keys to successful habit formation is starting small and being consistent. Small, manageable changes are easier to sustain and are less likely to trigger resistance or burnout. For instance, if your goal is to start exercising regularly, beginning with just 5 minutes of exercise each day can be more effective in establishing the habit than trying to commit to an hour-long workout right from the start. As the habit becomes more ingrained, you can gradually increase the duration or intensity of the exercise. Consistency is crucial in habit formation because it strengthens the neural pathways associated with the new behavior. The more often you repeat a behavior in response to a cue, the stronger the connection becomes in your brain. Over time, the new habit becomes second nature, requiring less conscious effort to maintain. This is why it's often said that it takes around 21 to 66 days to form a new habit, depending on the complexity of the behavior and the individual circumstances. During this period, the habit is being encoded into the brain's neural circuitry, transitioning from a conscious action to an automatic one. The science of habit formation also highlights the importance of the reward component. For a habit to stick, the reward needs to be meaningful and satisfying. The brain needs to feel that the new behavior is worth repeating. This is why many people struggle to form habits like healthy eating or regular exercise. If the immediate reward isn't compelling enough, the brain doesn't feel motivated to continue the behavior. To overcome this, it's helpful to find ways to make the reward more immediate or tangible. For example, pairing the workout with a post-exercise relaxation session or tracking progress and celebrating small victories can provide the immediate gratification that helps reinforce the habit. Another critical aspect of habit formation is the environment in which the habit is practiced. Our surroundings play a significant role in shaping our behaviors because they provide the cues that trigger our habits. By designing an environment that supports the desired habit, we can make it easier to stick to the new behavior. This could involve removing temptations that trigger bad habits or placing reminders and tools for new habits in visible and accessible locations. For example, if you want to develop a reading habit, keeping books within easy reach on a nightstand or coffee table can serve as a visual cue to encourage reading. Lastly, habit formation is also influenced by social factors. The people we surround ourselves with can have a significant impact on our habits. Being part of a community or group that shares similar goals can provide social support, accountability, and motivation. For instance, joining a running club can make it easier to stick to a regular exercise routine because of the shared commitment and encouragement from others. In summary, the science of habit formation reveals that habits are not just random behaviors, but are structured processes that can be intentionally shaped. By understanding the habit loop cue, routine, and reward, and applying principles such as consistency, small steps, environmental design, and social support, we can create positive habits that drive our motivation and lead to lasting change. Habits are the building blocks of success, and by mastering the science of habit formation, we gain the power to transform our lives, one routine at a time. Emotional intelligence, EI, is a crucial factor in understanding and sustaining motivation. It refers to our ability to recognize, understand, manage, and influence our own emotions and the emotions of others. This capability is not just about being aware of emotions, but also about using that awareness to guide thinking, behavior, and relationships effectively. When it comes to motivation, emotional intelligence plays a vital role in how we manage our feelings, cope with challenges, and persist in the pursuit of our goals. One of the key ways emotional intelligence influences motivation is through self-awareness. Being self-aware means having a clear understanding of your emotions and how they affect your thoughts and actions. When you are in tune with your emotions, you can recognize what drives you and what holds you back. For instance, you might notice that certain situations trigger anxiety or stress, which in turn diminish your motivation. By being aware of these triggers, you can develop strategies to manage your emotions more effectively, ensuring that they don't derail your progress. Self-awareness also helps you to align your goals with your values and passions, which is essential for sustaining long-term motivation. When you pursue goals that resonate with your inner desires, you are more likely to remain committed and energized. Emotional intelligence also enhances motivation through self-regulation, which is the ability to manage and control your emotions, especially in challenging situations. High emotional intelligence enables you to stay calm under pressure, resist impulses, and recover quickly from setbacks. These qualities are crucial for maintaining motivation, as they allow you to navigate obstacles without losing focus or giving in to negative emotions. For example, when faced with a difficult task, someone with strong self-regulation skills can manage their frustration or fear, staying focused on the end goal rather than being overwhelmed by immediate challenges. This emotional control helps in maintaining a positive mindset, which is essential for keeping motivation high over time. Another important aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. While empathy is often associated with interpersonal relationships, it also plays a significant role in motivation. Empathy allows you to connect with others on an emotional level, which can be a powerful motivator, particularly in collaborative environments. When you can understand the emotions and needs of those around you, you can inspire and motivate them effectively. This ability to connect with others can create a supportive and motivating environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Moreover, empathy helps in building strong relationships, which are a key source of motivation. When you know that others believe in you and are invested in your success, you are more likely to push through difficulties and stay committed to your goals. Emotional intelligence also fosters motivation by enhancing social skills, which are critical for effective communication, conflict resolution, collaboration. Strong social skills help you to build and maintain positive relationships, which can serve as a source of motivation and support. When you are able to communicate your goals clearly, listen to feedback, and work well with others, you create a network of support that encourages and motivates you to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Positive relationships also provide the encouragement and accountability needed to stay on track, as you know others are watching your progress and cheering you on. Furthermore, emotional intelligence is closely linked to intrinsic motivation, the internal drive to pursue goals that are meaningful and fulfilled. People with high emotional intelligence are more likely to be intrinsically motivated because they have a deep understanding of their own emotions and what truly matters to them. They are driven by a sense of purpose and fulfillment rather than by external rewards or recognition. This internal motivation is often more sustainable as it is rooted in personal values and passions, making it less susceptible to fluctuations in external circumstances. When you are intrinsically motivated, you are more likely to pursue your goals with enthusiasm and persistence, regardless of the challenges you face. Emotional intelligence also helps in managing stress, which is a major factor that can diminish motivation. High levels of stress can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a decrease in motivation. However, individuals with strong emotional intelligence are better equipped to handle stress because they can recognize when they are becoming overwhelmed and take proactive steps to manage it. This might include using relaxation techniques, seeking support from others, or reframing the situation in a more positive light. By effectively managing stress, you can maintain your motivation and continue to make progress toward your goals, even in the face of adversity. In addition, Emotional intelligence supports motivation by fostering resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward. Resilience is a key component of motivation because it determines how you respond to failure and challenges. People with high emotional intelligence are more resilient because they are able to process their emotions in a healthy way, learn from their experiences, and maintain a positive outlook. They don't let setbacks define them or derail their progress. Instead, they use challenges as opportunities for growth and development. This resilient mindset keeps motivation strong as it encourages a focus on solutions rather than problems and on future possibilities rather than past failures. Overall, emotional intelligence is a powerful tool for enhancing and sustaining motivation. It allows you to understand and manage your emotions, connect with others, and stay focused on what truly matters. By developing your emotional intelligence, you can build the emotional resilience, self-awareness, and interpersonal skills needed to stay motivated and achieve your goals, no matter what challenges you encounter along the way. The environment we surround ourselves with has a profound impact on our motivation. It shapes our thoughts, influences our emotions, and ultimately determines the ease or difficulty with which we pursue our goals. While motivation is often thought of as an internal force, the external environment plays a significant role in either fueling or diminishing that inner drive. Understanding how our surroundings affect our motivation is crucial for creating conditions that foster productivity, creativity, and perseverance. One of the most direct ways the environment impacts motivation is through the physical space in which we operate. The design, organization, and aesthetics of our environment can either enhance or hinder our ability to focus and stay motivated. For example, a cluttered or disorganized workspace can lead to feelings of overwhelm and distraction, making it harder to concentrate on tasks and maintain momentum. On the other hand, a clean, well-organized, and aesthetically pleasing space can promote a sense of calm and clarity, allowing us to focus more effectively on our goals. Simple changes like decluttering your desk, adding elements of nature, or adjusting the lighting can have a significant impact on your motivation levels by creating a more conducive environment for work. Another key aspect of the environment that influences motivation is the presence or absence of distractions. In our increasingly digital world, we are constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and social media updates, all of which can disrupt our focus and pull us away from our tasks. These distractions can sap our motivation by breaking our concentration and leading to procrastination. By minimizing distractions such as turning off notifications, setting boundaries around phone use, or creating a dedicated workspace free from interruptions, we can create an environment that supports sustained focus and motivation. The fewer distractions we have, the easier it is to maintain our momentum and make progress toward our goals. The social environment is another powerful factor in shaping motivation. The people we interact with daily, whether at work, home, or in our social circles, can either inspire us or drain our souls. Positive relationships with supportive, like-minded individuals can boost our motivation by providing encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Being part of a community or team that shares similar goals can create a collective motivation where everyone is driven to succeed and supports one another in the process. On the other hand, toxic relationships or negative social environments can undermine our motivation, leading to self-doubt, stress, and decreased morale. Surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and challenge us can significantly enhance our motivation and help us stay committed to our goals. The cultural environment we are immersed in also plays a crucial role in shaping our motivation. Cultural norms, values, and expectations influence what we perceive as desirable, achievable, and worth striving for. In some cultures, there may be a strong emphasis on individual achievement and success, which can motivate individuals to set ambitious goals and work hard to achieve them. In other cultures, collective well-being and community support may be prioritized, which can motivate individuals to contribute to the greater good and find fulfillment in collaboration. Understanding the cultural factors that influence our motivation can help us align our goals with the values that are most important to us, ensuring that our motivation is grounded in what we truly believe in. The availability of resources and opportunities in our environment also significantly impacts our motivation. Access to tools, information, and support systems can either facilitate or hinder our ability to pursue our goals. When we have the resources we need, whether it's a quiet place to work, access to education and training, or support from mentors, we are more likely to feel empowered and motivated to take action. Conversely, a lack of resources can create barriers that diminish our motivation and make it harder to achieve our objectives. Recognizing the importance of resource availability and seeking out environments that provide the necessary support can enhance our motivation and set us up for success. Environmental cues, both conscious and unconscious, also play a significant role in shaping our behavior and motivation. These cues can include anything from the smell of coffee that triggers the habit of starting the workday to visual reminders like a vision board that keeps our goals front and center. Environmental cues can either reinforce positive habits and motivation or contribute to negative behaviors that detract from our goals. By deliberately creating an environment filled with positive cues such as placing motivational quotes in visible locations, setting up reminders of our goals, or using visual aids to track progress, we can reinforce our motivation and keep our goals top of mind. The environment also impacts our emotional state, which is closely linked to our motivation. For instance, being in a space that feels cramped or chaotic can increase stress levels, which can in turn decrease motivation. In contrast, environments that promote relaxation, positivity, and well-being can boost our mood and energy levels, making it easier to stay motivated. Factors such as natural light, fresh air, and comfortable seating can contribute to a more positive emotional state, which supports sustained motivation. Creating an environment that nurtures emotional well-being is key to maintaining the mental and emotional energy needed to stay motivated over the long term. The broader societal environment, including economic conditions, political climate, and public policies, can also influence motivation on a larger scale. For example, during times of economic prosperity, individuals may feel more motivated to take risks and pursue new opportunities, while in times of economic uncertainty, motivation may be dampened by fear and caution. Similarly, supportive public policies such as those that promote education, healthcare, and social equity can create an environment that empowers individuals to pursue their goals with confidence. Conversely, restrictive policies or societal challenges can create obstacles that diminish motivation. Understanding the impact of these broader environmental factors on our motivation can help us navigate challenges and find ways to stay motivated even in difficult circumstances. In summary, the environment we operate in has a profound impact on our motivation. From the physical and social environments to the cultural and societal contexts we inhabit, our surroundings shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in ways that can either enhance or hinder our drive to succeed. By deliberately creating environments that support our goals, minimize distractions, and nurture positive relationships, we can cultivate the motivation needed to achieve our aspirations and lead fulfilling lives. Sustaining long-term motivation is a challenge that many people face, particularly when the initial excitement of pursuing a goal begins to fade and the road ahead becomes more demanding. The key to maintaining motivation over the long haul lies in understanding that motivation is not a constant state, but rather something that fluctuates depending on various factors such as our environment, mindset, habits, and the challenges we encounter. To keep motivation alive for the long term, it's essential to build strategies that reinforce our commitment, resilience, and passion even when obstacles arise. One of the most effective ways to sustain long-term motivation is by connecting deeply with your why, the underlying purpose or reason behind your goals. When you have a clear and compelling reason for why you want to achieve something, it becomes easier to stay motivated, even when the initial excitement wears off. This purpose acts as a guiding light, reminding you of the bigger picture and why your efforts matter. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, focusing on the desire to live a longer, more fulfilling life with your loved ones can keep you motivated during times when working out or eating healthily feels like a chore. A strong why provides the emotional fuel needed to keep going when the journey gets tough. Another crucial aspect of sustaining long-term motivation is breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable milestones. Big goals can often feel overwhelming, and the distance between where you are now and where you want to be can seem daunting. By setting smaller, achievable milestones along the way, you create opportunities to celebrate progress and build momentum. Each milestone reached serves as a reminder that you are moving forward, and these small victories can reignite your motivation. Additionally, breaking goals into smaller steps makes it easier to maintain focus and discipline, and as you can tackle one piece at a time rather than feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of a task. Maintaining motivation over the long term also requires resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and persist in the face of adversity. Challenges and failures are inevitable in any meaningful pursuit, and it's how you respond to these difficulties that determines whether you will stay motivated or give up. Resilience involves developing a mindset that views setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable obstacles. This perspective allows you to learn from your experiences, adjust your approach, and continue moving forward with renewed determination. Building resilience also involves cultivating self-compassion, recognizing that everyone encounters difficulties, and being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. By maintaining a resilient mindset, you can keep your motivation alive even when the path ahead is difficult. Another powerful tool for sustaining long-term motivation is visualization, using your imagination to create a vivid mental picture of your success. Visualization involves regularly picturing yourself achieving your goals and experiencing the positive emotions that come with that success. This practice not only keeps your goals top of mind, but also helps to strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve them. When you can see yourself succeeding, it becomes easier to stay motivated and take the necessary actions to make that vision a reality. Visualization can also be used to mentally rehearse overcoming challenges, preparing you to face obstacles with confidence and determination. Accountability is another key factor in maintaining long-term motivation. When you share your goals with others, whether it's friends, family, a mentor, or a coach, you create a sense of responsibility to follow through on your commitments. Accountability partners can provide encouragement, offer constructive feedback, and help you stay on track when your motivation wanes. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can be a powerful motivator, especially during times when you might be tempted to give up. Additionally, being part of a supportive community or group with shared goals can create a sense of camaraderie and collective motivation, where everyone is working towards similar outcomes and supporting one another on the way. It's also important to continuously seek inspiration and renew your motivation by exposing yourself to positive influences. This might include reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, or surrounding yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Regularly feeding your mind with new ideas, perspectives, and success stories can keep your motivation fresh and remind you of what's possible. Inspiration helps to counteract the inevitable moments of doubt or fatigue that arise during a long-term pursuit, providing a source of energy and enthusiasm to keep on moving forward. Flexibility is another critical component of sustaining long-term motivation. While it's important to stay committed to your goals, it's equally important to be adaptable and open to change. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the path you initially set out on may need to be adjusted due to unforeseen circumstances or new insights. Being flexible allows you to pivot when necessary, without losing sight of your ultimate objective. This adaptability helps to prevent frustration and burnout, as you can navigate challenges more effectively and maintain your motivation by finding new ways to move forward. Celebrating progress and rewarding yourself along the way is another essential strategy for sustaining long-term motivation. It's easy to become so focused on the end goal that you forget to acknowledge the progress you've made. Taking time to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your motivation by providing positive reinforcement. Rewards don't have to be extravagant. They can be simple pleasures or moments of relaxation that acknowledge your hard work. These celebrations serve as a reminder that your efforts are paying off and that you are getting closer to your goal, helping to sustain your motivation over time. Lastly, maintaining a sense of balance is crucial for long-term motivation. While dedication and hard work are important, it's also essential to ensure that you are taking care of your overall well-being. This includes getting enough rest, maintaining healthy relationships, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. When you neglect other areas of your life, it can lead to burnout, which can quickly drain your motivation. By maintaining a balanced approach, you ensure that you have the physical, emotional, and mental energy needed to stay motivated over the long term. Sustaining long-term motivation is about creating a holistic approach that incorporates purpose, resilience, flexibility, and self-care. By staying connected to your deeper reasons for pursuing your goals, breaking them down into manageable steps, and remaining adaptable in the face of challenges, you can keep your motivation strong and persistent. With the right strategies and mindset, you can achieve your long-term goals and enjoy the journey along the way. The psychology of reward and recognition plays a critical role in understanding how these elements influence motivation and behavior. Reward and recognition are fundamental components of human psychology that tap into our intrinsic and extrinsic drives, affecting how we perceive value, achieve goals, and sustain engagement in various activities. At the core of this psychology is the concept of reinforcement, which is the process by which certain behaviors are encouraged or discouraged through the use of rewards and recognition. Rewards can be tangible, such as money or gifts, or intangible, like praise and acknowledgement. Recognition, on the other hand, typically involves public acknowledgement of achievements or efforts. Both reward and recognition tap into the brain's reward system, which is responsible for generating feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. When a person receives a reward or recognition, the brain releases neurotransmitters such as dopamine, which are associated with pleasure and reinforcement. This release creates a positive emotional response that encourages the repetition of the rewarded behavior. The psychology behind this reinforcement is deeply rooted in the concept of operant conditioning, a theory developed by B.F. Skinner. According to operant conditioning, behaviors followed by positive reinforcement are more likely to be repeated. When individuals receive rewards or recognition for their efforts, they experience a sense of accomplishment and validation, which strengthens their motivation to continue performing those behaviors. This principle explains why setting clear goals and providing timely rewards can significantly enhance motivation and drive productivity. Extrinsic rewards, such as financial incentives or bonuses, are effective in motivating individuals to achieve specific goals or meet performance targets. These rewards are often used in work environments to drive performance and productivity. The immediate gratification provided by extrinsic rewards can boost motivation, especially in the short term. However, relying solely on extrinsic rewards can sometimes lead to a phenomenon known as the overjustification effect, where individuals begin to value the reward more than the intrinsic satisfaction of the activity itself. This effect can diminish intrinsic motivation, making individuals dependent on external incentives to sustain their engagement. Intrinsic rewards, such as personal satisfaction or a sense of accomplishment, are equally important in psychology of reward and recognition. Intrinsic motivation arises from the inherent enjoyment or fulfillment derived from an activity. When individuals engage in tasks that align with their interests or passions, they are often motivated by the internal rewards associated with the activity itself. Recognizing and nurturing intrinsic motivation can lead to more sustainable engagement and long-term satisfaction. For example, someone who enjoys painting may continue to do so not for external recognition, but for the joy and personal fulfillment it brings. Recognition, while often less tangible than rewards, is a powerful motivator in its own right. Public acknowledgement of achievements or contributions can provide a sense of validation and belonging. Recognition taps into our social nature, fulfilling the psychological need for esteem and acceptance. When individuals are recognized for their efforts, they experience a boost in self-esteem and a stronger sense of connection to their work or group. This social validation can reinforce positive behavior and increase overall motivation. Effective recognition practices involve timely, specific, and sincere acknowledgement of individuals' achievements, which helps in creating a positive and supportive environment. The impact of reward and recognition is also influenced by how well they align with individuals' values and goals. For rewards to be effective, they must be perceived as meaningful and relevant to the recipient. Personalized rewards and recognition that resonate with an individual's personal goals or preferences are more likely to enhance motivation. For instance, an employee who values professional development might be more motivated by opportunities for career growth and learning rather than a monetary bonus. Additionally, The frequency and timing of rewards and recognition play a crucial role in their effectiveness. Immediate reinforcement after a desired behavior helps to strengthen the association between the behavior and the reward, leading to a higher likelihood of repetition. Delayed rewards or recognition, on the other hand, may not have the same motivational impact as the connection between the behavior and its outcome becomes less clear. The psychology of reward and recognition also highlights the importance of fairness and consistency. When rewards and recognition are perceived as unfair or inconsistent, it can lead to feelings of resentment and demotivation. Ensuring that rewards are distributed equitably and that recognition is based on clear and objective criteria helps in maintaining trust and motivation among individuals. Transparency in how rewards and recognition are determined and allocated is crucial for fostering a positive and motivating environment. In summary, the psychology of reward and recognition is a complex interplay of reinforcement, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, social validation, and personal relevance. By understanding how rewards and recognition affect motivation and behavior, organizations and individuals can design effective strategies to enhance engagement, performance, and satisfaction. Balancing extrinsic incentives with intrinsic rewards, providing meaningful and timely recognition, and ensuring fairness and alignment with personal values are key components of leveraging the power of reward and recognition to drive sustained motivation and success